should we celebrate Richard Blackford's 70th birthday? Well, first of all, 70 is a good number. Secondly, who needs an excuse? Every birthday is great. Thirdly, it's important because he seems to be gathering steam as a composer. It is literally pouring out of him at the moment. That makes it sound like much of it must be facile, but it's not, because Richard spent his life honing his craft. So everything that comes out of that man is A grade, and it's pouring out of him at the moment because he's arranged things in his life over many years so that he can reach this point of maximum productivity, and he's got an audience and performing partners with whom to share his music.
I was interested to see the connection between the story of Noah's flood and the Tower of Babel. I'd always thought of the Tower of Babel as a story of hubris. Man wanted to reach up to the heavens to touch God, egged on by Nimrod, the mighty hunter. But then, as I started reading the stories, I realized it was different, that mankind after the flood was afraid, and they were afraid to come down from the hills in case the vengeful God that had brought about the flood was going to flood them again. And so building the Tower of Babel was a way in which they would not be divided and scattered abroad, as the text goes, and that they would be safe.
So it's a gradual accelerando and crescendo of support and love and willingness to put ourselves on the line for him and his voice, because we know that the journey that we'll embark on together with whatever new project it is will be something mesmerizing, fantastically energizing, and will allow us to speak to new audiences in a way that has not been done before. So these are good reasons to celebrate his 70th birthday. And if it were his 30th birthday, I'd be saying much the same. So it's not like he emerged from nowhere. No artistic practitioner of a high level of excellence ever emerges from nowhere.
Babel is scored for very modest forces, piano duet, organ and 2 percussion. But it gives a wide range of orchestral colour, particularly things like the xylophone in the building of the Tower of Babel, and the tam-tam and cymbals during the description of the flood and the destruction of the Tower of Babel.
He really favours a strong narrative, and he deals with really contentious issues that often are ahead of the curve. For example, Voice of Exile, 25 years ago, he was talking about refugees. Not in our time. It's almost as if it's a bit early for the rest of us.
He's always interested in speaking to the contemporary audiences in a very direct way, and so he'll use any sort of voice, whether it be instrumental or vocal, that comes to hand for him.